I think like most of you, maybe I shouldn't be that presumptuous. I'm not a tax expert, and I never pretend to be in any of my conversations with the donors. And I think that it's very true in the industry for those of you who've been involved for some time. Saving tax is never the number one goal of anybody who's truly a philanthropist. They believe in the cause, they're engaged in the cause, they believe in the mission. They've benefited from the mission of the institution, or their children or some other family's been connected to it, and it's meaningful, and they want to help, which is, at the end of the day, our job is to be simply a facilitator and try and work on that relationship and be the go-between. That said, I fully support Elena that I think it's our responsibility to at least stay current with tax changes and alternate donation vehicles, and at least make people aware that they exist. And I always make sure that rather than being a promoter of them, I just really want to make people aware of alternate vehicles. To George's analogy, when I'm speaking with a donor and they're saying something like, we were considering a gift in the range of $100,000 just for illustration's sake, then a default that we go to in the conversations when I have my lead volunteer with me is, well, just in round figures, already out of your head, you've understood that $100,000 in cash is going to cost you approximately $50,000 out of your pocket in terms of on after-tax dollars. If we could introduce you to a concept whereby for that same $50,000 after-tax dollars, your donation wouldn't be $100,000, but would be $500,000, would you be interested in that? Well, of course, their eyes light up, and they, how is that possible? And that's when I then turn over to my volunteer rather than me, and the volunteer said, well, one of the tools that I've become aware of and have used successfully is flow-through shares as an example. And then, I just make sure that the volunteer is then talking about his or her own experience. And then, from that point, say, please talk to your accountant, talk to your legal folks. If this is a vehicle that would work for you, because I don't want to be presumptuous about your financial considerations or your estate plans, please consider it, because we can do more with $500,000 than we can with $100,000 at the end of the day. And if the donor, it's the same out-of-pocket cost, they feel better. If it is naming opportunity related, they get a much larger and more prominent naming opportunity for those who are motivated by that type of thing, which is some and not others.